Hello, I'm Dinah Loy, the featured reader for January. This is one of the poems that came out of my being in the class and looking back over my life. The Back Room. My great-grandmother lives with us in the back room. She lies propped on pillows, elegant in her bed jacket. Grandma Loy, the queen, and I, the command performer, meet after school in the back room. Brimming with news, I burst in, telling the day's tales. She devours them hungrily, lovingly in the bathroom. She smiles at my stories, as eager to hear as I to tell. She listens in the back room. No commands from my queen. I come unbidden, treasures displayed for my captive audience in the back room. Don't applaud, because that you'll be judging my poems. At the end, my mother's rules. Adelia warned, admonished, advised, gifted her daughter with all she had gleaned. Adelia worried, watched, waited, on guard like a sentinel, armored and armed. The rules were spoken, unspoken, enacted. They wafted through our lives, hung over us like smog, choking, carried us over shoals like surf, laughing. Diana, Franklin, Richard, and yes, Daddy too, marched to Adelia's tune, hummed the melody, danced the beat. My mother's rules chafed. I longed to sing my own song, dance my dance, live the rhythm of my rules. So, I teach. I warn, admonish, advise, gift my students with all I've learned. I sing loudly, but I still march to my mother's rules. There is a love, sounding through time and space. There is a love which loves me truer than I know myself. It hears my song, my compassion which weeps for others' wounds, my stolidity which sitting silently when pain pursues. It loves and tastes the salty tears in my throat, the gushing out of them in an unstoppable flood. It loves my person, power, and pretensions, my fantasies, flaws, and fears. It drinks me in. It enters me, swims in me, revels in me. In its presence, I am beauty, joy, song, and dance. Every nerve vibrates to the music of this love. The flowing, thirst-quenching, wondrous love for which I have waited, parched, all my life. Not so, by the way. I'm a music teacher, and I was a music director for West Side Story. And I was going to be the one to teach them the songs. And we were going to have another person come in and conduct the show. And that person didn't come, and nobody else would do it. So, designated leader. I'm it. And dear God, I'm scared. Not up to the task, unprepared, in far over my head. Like the man who stepped out of the truck and sank in the mud, not only am I in the deep, I'm also stuck. Damn it! This wasn't supposed to be my job. It belonged to someone else. But here I am, and here's the job with no one else to do it. Oh well, here I go, rolling up my sleeves and digging in, because, like it or not, I'm it. The hands of an artist. I sit watching as he plays, drawn to the hands and arms which contain the ready power for a crashing chord and the tenderness for the softest touch of the keys. The power and sensitivity I see stir in me a longing for the embrace of those arms, the caress of those fingertips. Surely the soul dictating this artistry is one of deep understanding and passion. My inner being yearns to know him, to lose itself in the bottomless depths of love, to challenge the limits of knowledge and art together. I could surrender to that kind of strength, and in giving, gain the widened soul and heart of those who love. Love letter. This is an Italian sonnet. He writes a letter saying he'll adore me all his days, expressing every dream he holds within his heart. I am, to extreme, unmoved by his effusive words. Ignore the honest love he proffers from his core. Amused, nonplussed, I mock his prose and deem it ravings of a lunatic supreme. I cast aside the letter and his ardor. As I review my life, I ponder why, while others find true love and lasting joy, my heartstrings languish, long unplayed. Then I recall my suitor's ardent words and toy with the game of might have been. I cry for all that fear has caused me to destroy. This is a villanelle, which I wrote in another poetry workshop. A villanelle has a lot of repeated lines, so you'll notice that as you go. The glory hole. The bright orange heated glass comes out aglow. The artisans employ their skills fast-paced, creating dazzling objects for the show. Amorphous blobs take shape as gaffers blow and crimp, poke holes and cut, no time to waste. The bright orange heated glass comes out aglow and ready to adopt the embryo which blossoms from the plan the artist traced, creating dazzling objects. For the show they fashion flowers, shells, and tentacles that flow through reds, deep blues, and pansies purple-faced. The bright orange heated glass comes out aglow. At times, the glass itself will seem to know the form to take, its origins erased, creating dazzling objects for the show. Chihuly's vision captures the tableau of nature's glory, filtered through his taste. The bright orange heated glass comes out aglow, creating dazzling objects for the show. Tsunami. I start deep, deep within the belly, swelling and sweeping all before me, rushing, gathering force from the outer ends of my body. I drain every last molecule and leave her empty, parched. I am too full. I can hold no longer. I break open and rushing, spinning, go crashing back, returning all I took and more. What was, dead, broken, or changed forever, according to my whim. I recently started being a life coach, and this came up. I coach for joy. I took a stand to coach for joy. My client opened her heart and revealed her deepest fears, sorrows, and the wounded little girl deep inside. As she spoke, I saw the woman who'd grown up around the little girl. Struck by her strength and trust, I held a mirror for her to see her beauty and power. My client was surprised to see a beautiful, strong woman. She felt only the little girl, weak and sad. Hadn't noticed the strength she'd gained, fielding life's blows. I took a stand to coach for joy. As we looked together, we found bitter and sweet, ups and downs, and the deep, deep vein of pure gold, which is the joy of living.